Okay, welcome back everyone in the second session of first chapter, that is rotational dynamics. In previous lecture, we discussed about few basic things related to circular motion, like concept of circular motion, uniform, non-uniform motion, centripetal, centrifugal forces, their characteristics, examples, as well as one of the application of uniform circular motion, that is we discussed about vehicle along a horizontal circular track and its derivation. Today we are going to start with another application of UCM, that is wheel of death or wall of death. Then we are going to discuss about vehicle on a bank road and their characteristics with their mathematical formulas. So let's start with wheel of death. This is a vertical cylindrical ball of radius r, inside which a vehicle is driven in horizontal circles. आपने अगर सर्कस वगैरह देखा है, नहीं तो स्टंट शो देखा है, वहाँ पे आपको ये क्या करता दिखाई देता है कि एक बाइसिकल और नॉर्मली मोटरसाइकिल kept in that wheel और well of death, और वहाँ पे वो जो ड्राइवर होता है वो उसको क्या करता है, हॉरिजॉन्टल सर्कल के साथ उसको ड्राइव करता जाता है, एंड दैट इज अ क्वाइट रिस्की कंडीशन फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर ड्राइवर, क्योंकि वहाँ से अगर गिर गए डायरेक्टली इट विल बिकम लाइक अ डेथ. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज द वेल ऑफ डेथ डायरेक्टली. सो you can see it in this figure. The force acting on the vehicle आपको यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा होगा. Force acting is in the form of normal reaction, which is vertically upward force with horizontal normal reaction, which is towards the center. Second one, you can see weight over here, which is vertically downward, and static force, as we already had discussion on this, it is vertically upward, but which is in between vertical wall and the tires. Why it is called as static friction? Because of it has to prevent the downward slipping. Its magnitude is equal to mg, so you can say that F is equal to mg or Fs is equal to mg. Now, this normal reaction is the resultant centripetal force. Why? Because of its moving towards the center along with circumference of circle. Now, you can say that N is equal to, as per definition of centripetal force, it is given by mv square upon r numerically, or mr omega square. So, N is equal to either mr omega square or mv square upon r. And second equation you already had, that is Fs is equal to mg. Now, we know that force of static friction is always less than or equal to mu into n, where mu is coefficient of static friction. We know that force and normal reaction are directly proportional to each other. So we can write F upon n is equal to mu. Therefore, F is equal to mu n. For static friction, it's mu Sn. We already know these all things from chapter mechanical properties, which we studied in standard 11. Now, we can say that Fs is less than or equal to mu Sn, but Fs is equal to mg. So mg is less than equal to mu s, and in place of n you can substitute mv square upon r. So mm gets cancelled. G is less than or equal to mu s v square upon r. The required value of velocity, so v square is greater than or equal to rg upon mu s. So v minimum is equal to root of rg upon mu s. ये क्या हो गया? This is velocity. Which velocity? Minimum velocity for the well of death or wall of death. Just go through it once. Then we'll move towards next point. Here, the vehicle is assumed to be a particle. In reality, it is not so. Why? because of during revolutions in such a way a two-wheeler rider is never horizontal. The torque due to her or his weight will topple her or him. This torque that balances the torque due to the weight. समझ में आ रहा है? That's why यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? The angle made by the road surface with the horizontal is 90 degree. It imposes a lower limit on the turning speed. I hope you understood this thing. This is considered as the second application of uniform circular motion. The question might be there for 2 or 3 marks. Derive an expression for minimum velocity for well or ball of death. Moving towards next example or application of uniform circular motion. Here we are going to start with vehicle on a banked road and derivation. As we already know, while taking a turn on a horizontal road, the force of static friction between the tires of the vehicle and the road provides necessary centripetal force, right? However, the frictional force is having an upper limit. Therefore, in real life, we should not depend on it as far as possible. For this purpose, the surface of the curved roads are tilted with the horizontal with some angle theta. This is called as angle of banking. You can see it over here. We can define this in the short method or with a short statement. The angle made by the surface of the road with the horizontal surface is called angle of banking. Surface of the road with horizontal is angle of banking. Now, just moving towards its derivational part, you can see it. We are going to consider a car moving along a banked road. यहाँ पे आपको क्या क्या दिखाई दे रहा है? हम लोग कंसिडर करने जा रहे हैं स्मॉल m. वी आर गोइंग टू कंसिडर मास ऑफ द कार, v इज स्पीड ऑफ द कार, थीटा इज एंगल ऑफ बैंकिंग. There are two forces acting on the car. One is weight mg, which is vertically downward, and second one, the normal reaction, are acting perpendicular to the surface of road. You can see it over here. This normal reaction is again resolved into two components. One is vertical and one is horizontal component. This vertical component is r cos theta and horizontal component is r sin theta respectively. Vehicle has no vertical motion. इसलिए यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? The weight is balanced by vertical component. Weight क्या है आपका? mg. Vertical component है r cos theta. So you can say that r cos theta is equal to mg. Next, the horizontal component is unbalanced component, right? The horizontal component acts towards the center of circular path. This component provides necessary centripetal force. So you can say that r sin theta is equal to mv square upon r. यहाँ तक क्लियर है? दो इक्वेशन हमने लिखे. वन इज आर कॉस थीटा इज इक्वल टू एम जी. सेकेंड वन हमने लिखा r sin theta is equal to mv square upon r. Next, now we are going to divide that equations. So r sin theta upon r cos theta is equal to mv square upon r divided by mg. Gets cancelled, r gets cancelled. Tan theta sin upon cos becomes tan. Tan theta is equal to v square upon rg. We required value of theta, so theta यहाँ पे आने के बाद tan inverse हो जाएगा, tan inverse of v square upon rg. So you can say that यहाँ पे देखो कोई मास की टर्म नहीं है, therefore angle of banking is independent independent of mass quantity. जस्ट चेक इट वंस, आराम से उसको पूरा हर एक स्टेप के साथ देखिए. A car travels at a constant speed around with two curves. Where is the car most likely to skid? Why? Yesterday we had discussion on this. Why skidding happens? At what speed? Beyond which speed the car won't be safe? So F is equal to ma, that is centripetal force, mv square upon r, you can say that. Now we are going to derive a derivation for maximum speed of a vehicle on a banked road with the friction. For that, we are going to consider one diagram. Again, we are considering m, mass of the vehicle, r, radius of the curvature of road, theta, angle of banking, frictional force is F, and all forces on the vehicle are shown in diagram. Which kind of forces acting on vehicle? Generally, the weight of vehicle mg, which is vertically downward, normal reaction N acting on vehicle, which is perpendicular to the surface of the road, and friction between tires and the road. You can see it over here, vertically downward mg, this is frictional force, and which is perpendicularly force, that is considered as normal reaction. Now again, forces N and frictional force are resolved into two components. You can see it over here. N resolved into two components. One is vertical, one is horizontal, one is N cos theta, another one is N sin theta. N cos theta is vertically upward component and N sin theta is horizontal component. Whereas frictional force again divides or resolved into two components. One is F sin theta, one is F cos theta. Horizontal component is F cos theta and vertically downward component is F sin theta. Now, you can say that there are two conditions which we are going to discuss. First of all, we are going to discuss about for the speeds greater than root of rg tan theta, and then we are going to discuss about for the speeds which is less than root of rg tan theta. So let's start with core equation. Here we are going to discuss the vertical component n cos theta is balanced by weight of vehicle. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो this is n cos theta which is balanced by this mg and this f sin theta. So you can say that n cos theta is equal to combination of these both, that is f sin theta plus mg. देख लीजिए आप एक बार. Right? So for mg we can write that n cos theta minus f sin theta. So you'll get first equation, that is mg is equal to n cos theta minus f sin theta. Then horizontal component हमारे पास कौन कौन से है? One we have, that is n sin theta, another one we have f cos theta. Both are moving towards the center of circular motion, so they will provide the necessary centripetal force. That's why the combination of these two gives us necessary centripetal force. So you can say that n sin theta plus f cos theta is equal to mv square upon r. Now let's write it for mv square upon r. Same equation, equation 2 will get n sin theta plus f cos theta. Now let's divide these both equations, mv square upon r divided by mg. that is equal to n sin theta plus f cos theta divided by n cos theta minus f sin theta. Similar terms gets cancelled. V square upon Rg is n sin theta plus f cos theta divided by n cos theta minus f sin theta. Now let's find it out for V maximum. So frictional force is given by F is equal to mu n. We already discussed this thing. So you can say that यहाँ पे V square upon Rg as it is n sin theta plus Fm cos theta divided by n cos theta minus Fm sin theta. You can just convert this equation like F cos theta की जगह आपने क्या दिया Fm cos theta. Now we know that Fm is equal to mu Sn. So यहाँ पे सारे वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट कर देते हैं. V square upon Rg for V max. N sin theta plus in place of Fm let's substitute mu Sn cos theta divided by n cos theta minus mu Sn sin theta. We are going to divide this each term of RHS by cos theta. You'll get n sin theta upon n cos theta plus mu Sn cos theta upon n cos theta divided by n cos theta upon n cos theta minus mu Sn sin theta upon n cos theta. सारे जो कैंसिल हो रहे हैं वो टर्म कैंसिल कर दीजिए. रिमेनिंग पार्ट आपको मिलेगा v square upon Rg is equal to यहाँ पे देखो sin upon cos that is tan theta and n cos theta gets cancelled. Remaining term mu s divided by 1 minus mu s again sin upon cos tan. So remaining term v square upon Rg is equal to tan theta plus mu s divided by 1 minus mu s tan theta. Check it once. In this way, we can say that V square max is equal to Rg into bracket mu s plus tan theta divided by 1 minus mu s tan theta. We want it for V max, so V max is equal to root of Rg tan theta plus mu s divided by 1 minus mu s tan theta. This is maximum velocity with which a vehicle can travel on a banked road with friction. What about frictionless road? Frictionless road का मतलब है coefficient of friction will be 0. So mu s is equal to 0. This term will become V max is equal to root of Rg tan theta divided by 1. Mu s is 0. So V max is equal to root of Rg tan theta. Understood? Right? So when we consider this term, there are two conditions. First condition is for the speeds less than root of Rg tan theta, equation becomes same जैसे अभी हमने derive किया है. V mean is equal to root of Rg tan theta minus mu s divided by 1 plus mu s tan theta. So this equation is exactly opposite for speeds which is greater than Rg tan theta. V max is equal to root of Rg mu s plus tan theta divided by 1 minus mu s tan theta. And this we already discussed. Mu s is equal to 0, then V becomes root of Rg tan theta. So these both conditions are there in your textbook. We didn't mention it in our PPT, but you can refer your textbook for these two conditions. One is for the speed which is greater than root of Rg tan theta, and for the speed which is less than root of Rg tan theta. Moving towards next point, we are going to discuss about conical pendulum and its time period derivation. So what is conical pendulum? It is a simple pendulum which is given a motion so that bob describes a horizontal circle and a its string describes a pole. सबसे पहले हमें सिंपल पेंडुलम क्या होता है पता होना चाहिए. इट इज अ टाइनी मास assumed to be a point object and we consider it as a bob connected to a long, flexible, massless, inextensible string and suspended to a rigid support. Generally called it as a simple pendulum. If the string is made to oscillate in a single vertical plane, we call it as a simple pendulum. But when it revolves the string in such a way that string moves along the surface of the right circular cone of vertical axis and a point object performs a uniform horizontal circular motion, this system is called as conical pendulum. In another words, you can say that it is a simple pendulum which is given such a motion that the bob describes a horizontal circle and the string describes a pole. Look at this diagram. This diagram shows a vertical section of a conical pendulum having bob of mass m and string of length L. आपको यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा होगा. We consider few terms over here. V is linear velocity of the bob, h is height, T is tension in the string, theta semi-vertical angle of the cone, G acceleration due to gravity, and L length of the string. As the motion of the bob is horizontal circular motion, the resultant force must be horizontal and directed towards the center of circular motion. For this, all the vertical forces must cancel. Hence, we shall resolve the force due to the tension. If theta is the angle made by the string with the vertical at any position, its vertical component balances its weight. So you can say that the forces are weight of the bob, which is vertically downward, and tension acting along the string. The tension again resolved into two components. One is vertical component, one is horizontal component. P cos theta acting vertically upward, which balances the weight. So you can say that T cos theta is equal to mg. Second point, T sin theta acting along the radius. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? It moves towards the center along with radius, which provides the necessary centripetal force. So you can say that T sin theta is equal to mv square upon r. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो, फर्स्ट इक्वेशन हमने लिया T cos theta is equal to mg. सेकेंड इक्वेशन हमने लिया T sin theta is equal to mv square upon r. Let's divide equation 2 by 1. T sin theta upon T cos theta is equal to mv square upon r divided by mg. mm gets cancelled. Sin upon cos, that is tan. So tan theta is equal to v square upon rg, which is your equation number 3. देख लीजिए आप एक बार. So in this way, you can say that V is equal to under root Rg tan theta, right? Which is speed of the bob. अब यहाँ पे क्या हो सकता है आप देख सकते हो. We know that the relation between translational velocity and rotational velocity is given by V is equal to R omega. So in place of V, we can substitute R omega. R omega becomes root of Rg tan theta. So if it becomes root of Rg tan theta, then R omega is equal to root of Rg tan theta. You can say R square omega square is equal to Rg tan theta. But from this diagram, tan theta is equal to opposite upon adjacent, that is R upon H. r square omega square is equal to rg. In place of tan theta you can substitute r upon h. So ओमेगा स्क्वायर का वैल्यू आपको मिलेगा g अपॉन h और ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू रूट ऑफ g अपॉन h. Now we are going to find out time period. Time period is equal to distance upon velocity. So distance is equal to 2 pi r because of the horizontal circular motion, and velocity we have root of rg tan theta. So t will become 2 pi r root of rg tan theta. Now value of sin theta according to this diagram is r upon l. So this equation can be written as, after solving, t is equal to 2 pi root of L cos theta upon g. कैसे आया? I'll explain. Here tan theta is equal to sin upon cos, and we already know that this r and this r gets cancelled. तो ऊपर क्या बचेगा? एक रूट r बचने वाला है बस. सो r का वैल्यू हमारे पास है L sin थीटा. सो L sin थीटा अपॉन tan थीटा की जगह आपने क्या लिखा है? साइन अपॉन कॉस. साइन साइन गेट्स कैंसिल, कॉस थीटा ऊपर जाएगा, L cos थीटा अपॉन g. सो t विल बिकम 2 पाई रूट ऑफ L cos थीटा अपॉन g. I can explain it over here. We have t is equal to 2 pi r upon root of rg tan theta. So you can say r gets cancelled, remaining term 2 pi root of r upon, in place of tan theta we can say sin upon cos, but r is equal to L sin theta. So t will become 2 pi, in place of r let's substitute L sin theta upon this term as it is g sin theta upon cos theta. Sin gets cancelled, t is equal to 2 pi, ये cos ऊपर जाएगा, L cos theta upon g. In another method, according to a textbook, you can say that जहाँ पे हमने mv square upon r यूज किया है, they just use t sin theta is equal to mr omega square and t cos theta is equal to mg. Therefore, omega square will become g sin theta upon r cos theta. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो इन दोनों का रेशियो लिया है. साइन टी साइन अपॉन टी कॉस इज इक्वल टू एम आर ओमेगा स्क्वायर अपॉन एम जी. यहाँ पे आपको मिल रहा है ओमेगा स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू जी साइन थीटा अपॉन आर कॉस थीटा. अगेन आर इज इक्वल टू एल साइन थीटा. सो ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई बाई टी वी नो. सो 2 पाई रूट ऑफ एल कॉस थीटा अपॉन जी. घुमा फिरा के आपका इक्वेशन वही मिल रहा है, बट येस there is few different methods to derivate the same equation, to differentiate the same equation. Therefore you can say that there are few factors on which period of conical pendulum depends. One is length of the pendulum. Second one, angle of inclination to the vertical. Third, acceleration due to gravity at the given place. With the same time, it is independent of the mass of the ball. So for now, we are going to stop over here. In this lecture, we discuss about few important derivations. We had discussion on two applications of uniform circular motion. One is well of death, one is vehicle on a bank road. We discussed about angle of banking, its derivation. We discussed about maximum and minimum velocity for the safety of vehicles. Then we derive an equation for time period of conical pendulum with its definition and concept. So for here, I'll say bye. In next lecture, we are going to discuss about horizontal motion of the particle, vertical motion of the particle, and their different values at top, midpoint and bottom too. So let's stop here for now. Bye bye.